All right, we're back. We're back to working on a 1968 C-10 in bright white. Oh, folks. Well, we're going to work on a rocker today. All right. I've been crazy busy. I know you guys don't want to hear all about that, but it's hunting season here in Michigan. I've been out hunting a little bit. I'm cutting a bunch of wood because it's cold here in Michigan. And I ain't no polar bear. You probably never heard that joke, but maybe someday I'll share that with you too when I'm in a bad mood and need to be cheered up. Anyhow, I did end up getting me a trophy buck. I'm happy. Anyhow, back to work. I've been working on the C-10, trying to do some things that it's hard to videotape. And I want to show you guys what's going on. So I talked to Tom, the owner of the truck, and he says, listen, dude, the bottom of them door panels inside, they need to be done up good. He's not saying I wouldn't do a good job. He's like, just take the doors off. You can put them up on the bench, do a nice job. We'll figure out how to get them back on. And he's probably right. The bottom of this one, with the way they bashed in the old bottom and put a new one on, probably going to take it off. I did check out the passenger door. The bottom isn't anywhere near as bad as this one. I'll probably do that one on the truck so we don't have to realign it. The problem is the passenger side is the one that really needs aligned right now anyway. This is the one that shuts better. But that's life. That's what we all deal with. So what's got me laughing today here? Let's get to work. So here's our rocker. Yeah, that's that's what I took out. I don't even know how to show it to you. Can't hardly tell what it is. All right, let's go this way. You kind of tell. So this is how I get rid of them spot welds. This is the original rocker panel. Finally figured that out. Even though it's been primed, you can see the original paint on it, and it is spot welded like the Dickens. There's room there for 4, so they put, 10. The way I do it's not the way everybody does. It's probably wrong. I just grind the metal off. Flashy lights. I just grind the metal off on top of the spot weld. You can see where they're at. And it gets real thin. You can just kind of put a screwdriver down there and pop them. Then when you get this out of the way, you can take a Rolock or sand, whatever you got for sanding, sand off them spot welds. And you just, I don't like all that drilling out all the metal. Why don't you weld and weld it back up? That's fine if that's what people do. The more rusted it is, the easier it is to get them out. I'll tell you that. I mean, look at it. Would you just look at it? All right, that's it for the rocker panel. I would have brought you along, and that rusty metal's sharp. Let me tell you, and you don't really want to get cut with rusty metal. Keep your tetanus up. I'm not going to let you. Where we're at now, I'll get you in here so you can see. Let me move my pad. I got that rocker, the outer rocker panel off. And I thought today would be a great day to put the new outer rocker panel on. So I got it right here. Might as well grab it. I mean, that would be kind of fun, right? I'll take that old one off. I got stickers to remove. That'll be easier while it's on the bench. But I only got time because we're not doing it. I'll show you why. Thought it would be fun to show you guys. I got it out. Put that in there. Temperate. Did anybody notice this is the passenger side? It's one of them days. I got the other one right here. So the reason that I thought that'd be fun. Be fun to watch. Be fun to do. The more I look at this, I got work to do on this. Check this out. Just from sitting in the barn. I might as well clean this up while it's on the bench and easy to get to. Then prime it inside and out. I'm going to tell you something. And Tom the owner, he watches the videos too. And he's concerned. He's a friend of mine. He doesn't want to push me on this. And every time I take something apart, I find more work. And if I was doing this without YouTube, I might be frustrated. But hey, it's just more content for you guys, right? I mean, what the heck? Let's get you in there best I can. This is just hang in there. Just bear with me. I might have to take you off the tripod and shake you all around. But you want shake you all about? Put your right foot in, shake it all about. Some of you old guys remember that too. So now you can see I'm gonna get in there to show you, and then you won't be able to see. That's how this works. And I move my pad. All right. So what we got here is this is the bottom, what's left of the outer rocker panel. And this floppy part here on the inside is the inside rocker panel. See, it comes down, there's a seam right in there. I don't know, can you see? With my head in the way? Where'd my pointer go? I don't know. I had it. It don't matter. This is a pointer. Right here. I'll even use the other end and point down at my pillar. Yeah, some of you guys in the south know what I'm talking about. You don't put your head on that pillar. This pillar holds the door. Okay, and that's hard on my arm. This is the inner rocker. And there you can see the seam right down here where they join. This is the outer rocker. What I want to do is get the outer rocker on and somewhat affixed with screws, temporarily screws, because I don't want to take the door off until we get the spacing of the A pillar and the B pillar before we take the door off. Because once the door's off, you can put this rocker in here anywhere you want, and then the door won't shut, or you'll have a huge gap, or it'll rub on the bottom. Trust me, don't do it. Get something in here that's going to hold it before you take the door off and do more cutting. I want to cut the whole inside of this out for you guys today, but we're not gonna. There's 4 bolts in the front and 2 in the back holding that pillar and this pillar in its proper position. Say that real fast 10 times. But dadnabbit, I'm getting this outer rocker off here today. I ground the inside up in there. Am I pointing right? Yeah. I ground that all off. And you can see how they put these rockers on when we get to the back here in a second. I'll show you. They put a little divot, a little dent in the metal. So when they overlap the metal from the factory, oh, they do, it would be flush. Are you following me? They kind of do a bend, and then the new one can kind of, I'm not doing it right. They do a little bend so the new one can sit in there, and you end up being flat, front and back. So I ground out all the spot welds on that, chipped it down, got it out, with the door on, no mind you. So you don't need to take the door off. Are you sure it ain't fun? Why are you guys all worried about fun? This is all fun. And then in the back, this is way interesting back here. Let me show you. This is where it's going to get fun for us right now. We're going to tear this apart right now. If I can get in here without getting my head right square in your way. So I'm going to try it. I know most of you guys can zoom in, but if you're watching on your TV, you can't. So right down in there. Right down in here. I don't know. I should get you even closer, but you can usually see better than I think you can. I'll get you in a little closer. I like having my grandson over here. Only he's a little more fun. Okay. What I've done other than make a mess, let me share this with you. That bolt's still kind of hot. All right. This bolt, probably can't see it. It's one of them pointy ones, even though it ain't very pointy right now. One that's in the rusty square nut from back in the 70s. I cut the end of it off right with the end of the nut. Get that stuff out of your way. And then you can use your sprays if you want, and then monkey everything up because it ain't gonna work. These need to be cherry red. They can't be stuck if they're liquid. Get a torch, borrow a torch, do something, get them cherry red, because these square nuts down in here, well, I hope you can see them, I don't know, but they are welded to this pillar, the B pillar, top and bottom. Well, if you've got a truck like this one, you'll see this hole right here. I can put my finger, I got my black gloves on, I screwed up on that. But you can take your screwdriver and I mean, there's a hole right there. Well, that metal goes down around the bottom here, and I'm glad we got that. This is good steel up here. And we got this loop. That'd be hard to make, so I'm glad it's there. That metal's strong, but you see it got dirt in there and rusted all this part here out. So this top tab that's got a nut welded on it isn't attached back in here very well. It's just the top. So when you turn that nut on the back side, you'll spin that and twist it off. It needs to be cherry red and soft, and just trust me. And don't burn yourself, because that's what hot does. The bottom one's even worse because this rocker is all gone and this is all gone. It's only holding on by that little piece at the bottom. We need to have it right where it's at. So I can't put the rocker on today for you guys because I have to build a patch in here. And it's a complicated patch, and I know some of you are probably bored hearing me talk, but it's very, very important. I don't care if you overlap metal. I don't bother me a bit. We're going to do plenty of it. Not today, but you can't overlap this metal. Now, technically you could on the inside, but you can't really get in there to do it. It needs to be cut and butt. It needs to be flush because your inner rocker is going to set against it. And if you make it thicker, you're going to have a funniness bubble on there. It's just not going to work well for you. So that I'm going to make all nice and pretty, even though nobody's ever going to see it. But such is life. Got to get these nuts that are welded on, get that re-secured in this triangle corner. I don't know. I don't think they had metal between them, if I remember right. I haven't had one of these apart like this. That inner, this part here is part of this inner rocker. That's going to come off. So we got to get this outer off. So the inner, this is so complicated, but you got to know this if you ever do a rocker. The inner is, it goes in first. Then the outer will have a lip on it that goes in second. And then the nuts on this side. Did I say that right? No, I didn't. The inner goes behind it. And this bottom rocker, no, it goes between it too. I'm looking again. It's supposed to. We don't have one handy. I don't think the new one's gonna. Let's just sit right there and I'm gonna grab it. And we're gonna look. If the new one don't have it, we're gonna build more. Yeah, it don't. So we're talking factory versus new replacement. This rocker goes down in there, and all you have is this hole is for a rubber bumper, for the door bumper. And this one's already been pre-drilled by the last owner. Thanks a lot. But this rocker is supposed to have a piece of metal that goes behind that nut originally. So now we know that the replacement parts aren't original anyway. They're supposed to be the back, this rocker, and then the nut on this side, and this goes between it. You're going to see that when I get it out in a minute. Man, that cut metal is sharp. So we're going to try and get that out of there. I got a little light, mostly for me. I don't see so good. I don't feel so good. All right. So here we go. There might be one spot weld left on the inner, but we're cutting that out anyway. I'm not concerned with it. And I could have showed you that. But I want you to see, believe me. Oh, I forgot to tell you. When you're taking these nuts, or excuse me, the bolts out of these nuts, if you don't have a pair of these, I'm sorry. They're locking pliers. These are channel lock, and they have flat jaws. Most of the ones now are rounded. You want the flat jawed ones because these are square nuts. And even when that was red hot, when I took it out, I was starting to bend this metal. So I had to take these channel locks, square jawed, and hold that square nut so I didn't twist everything up. So there you go. Let's get back to work. So this should pull out of here. Now, some of you guys are thinking, well, if you pry on that, you might bend it. Well, if it's that soft, it needs fixed anyway. But you can see it moving behind there. I can. Just don't really know how I'm going to pry it out of there. I would have done it off camera, but if I do everything off camera, we don't have a video. So it's just, I don't know. I've been through 3 sets of rubber gloves already because this stuff's sharp. So I'll do rubbers inside of leathers. You're like a lineman. If you know, you know. Let's get that out of there. Of course, it's going to fight me on camera, and I just moved my pad. I'm getting that out of there. I'm going to fight with it and show you how easy it is. Even a caveman could do it. All right, let's get that darn thing out of there. I have to put my glasses on. Us old guys can't get nothing done. Glasses on, glasses off. All right. It does appear that there's a spot weld, but we're replacing that bottom anyway. I don't know that I can get my cutter in there. You know, maybe I can. I'm not sure you guys have all the tools I have, or you might have more, or different tools. But this is one of my favorite. Sneak in there and get something done. Can I sneak in there? Oh, it's going to be close on the floor. I'm going to wish I had this over on my left. We should probably be doing that right now. Yeah, that's just See, it's gonna fight me. I believe this guard moves though. Yep. All right, let's try that. All right, it's gonna be loud for just a second. Close your eyes and plug your ears. That blue water right in my face. Yeah, it's cold in here because I'm in Michigan. And my stuff freezes up, and then when it thaws, it has all this water. So I'll eat a little water. Here we go. Oh, that was the wrong spot. I'm going to have to fix that now. Dadnabbit. I don't like that. I just wanted to sneak in there. No, I'm not trying to mess up this outer rocker. They don't want me to go in there today. Not on camera. We'll try and come from the back and slide forward. I make everything look harder than it is. Do you remember that? Here we go again. Then my compressor's gonna kick on. You knew that. All right, we got her. Oh, look at there, huh? Huh? Like I knew what I was doing. You see how that went between there? Huh. You know, now that I look at it, I was wrong. And I'll admit it. That's the inner rocker. And my inner rocker does have a hole right there. And it only has one. It should have two. I'll have to drill that one. I can show you. So that's the inner. It's just attached to the outer. So I was mistaken. We're going to be good. But you can now see the piece of metal I was referring to is supposed to be the body mount, but it's so far gone I didn't even recognize it. But you can see how this all going to go together. Wedge three pieces of metal together. Overlap. Yeah, I said it. And this will move a little now. You see, that's my worry. This all needs to go back where it belongs before you do the inner. And that has to be bolted with the body mount. There's a lot going on right in here. And this piece of metal is separate. Okay, well, we're just worried about getting the rocker out today. And we're going to have it out today. Spin around over here. All right, that's the back part out. I'm going to cheat a little on the front part. I hope you don't mind. Well, that's a pretty good view. So this is the inner and the outer still stuck together. And we got this, I mean, what? There ain't no reason that we can't just run this again if you plug your ears again. Cut that right up, and of course it's not enough. There, now we done did it. We got it out of there. Yeah, see, this is my doing. But there ain't much good to that. Oh, sorry, piece of metal. All right, that's out of there. I can't wait. I want to try the new one. Let's try the new one. We're just fitting it up, hoping that we don't run into a bunch of pride. I know I'm in your way. Just bear with me. That should go right in there. Yep, I said it would go right in there. And then the back should go right in there. It looks it looks way too short. and don't want to fit. There's something in the way. I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna figure it out right now with you. So this goes in there. It don't appear to be mangled or bent up too bad. I got everything cleaned out good. Maybe I didn't. No, I did. I got it. Oh, there's one little burr on the front of that. I should turn this light. I think that light makes it better for me and worse for you, but I'm sorry. Let's sneak around the front and just give that piece of metal a whack. Get it. Any little metal burr is going to hold you up. All right. Well, I forgot. I got more rocker to get out of the way. All right, the front is all wedged and smashed together just like the back, so I have to clean that up later. No, I said it. That really does make it hard for you guys to see, but here we go again. That rocker I don't like this at all. It goes pretty much right in there. Now, it don't want to go up tight like it should. There we go. I'm going to have to get you guys in there to see that. But that's where that rocker belongs. So I'll show you the problem we're going to have. You guys are still in here pretty close. Can you see back here? I'm going to get a light. So this is the storage jam right here. And I'm holding that in the front. It's tight. Look at the gap we got back here. Can you see it? Right here. Look at the gap. It's terrible. We're short. And I'm gonna assume something right now. I don't know, but I'm betting you can buy these. I'm betting you can buy these that are over the top, and then there's replacements. And when you buy, like, I know for sure cab supports, you can buy the slip overs that are made a little bigger, and they just slip over the rusty one, and it makes it look better. I haven't bought rockers. I didn't buy these, but these rockers could be slip overs, which means it's just they're never going to fit. Well, never say never, but to fit them up like that, I got a heck of a gap. I haven't showed you how big it is. I just moved the light away, but I have a screwdriver. Here we go. I mean, I've got room for screwdrivers, whatever you want. That'd be a good. I don't like it. What we will do is split it, bend it back, body work it, make it work. It's not a big deal. But these might have been in a truck once. You see how this is rubbed up from the door? Somebody's slamming the door on it. That's because they put them over the top of the old ones. They don't fit right. The front of this doesn't fit right. Get you in there. You're looking at the front. I don't know how well you can see, but this door seal that's still on this upper half comes down. It's got a nice 90-degree angle to it. Look at our rocker. There ain't no 90-degree angle there. It's as flat and around, flat, straight out as it can be. That ain't gonna fit worth a hoot. Now, it does get door trim on it. You can do whatever you need to do. Cut, bend, weld, straighten it all out. Because you're gonna put a door seal. Nobody's gonna see it. But that's a lot more work. Buying cheap panels. And I got it fit right to the top front really good. So there's some fitment issues to do on this. There's some inside pillar supports that need fixed. This piece that I'm taking out right now, you guys are in my way. It needs a bunch of work. So we got plenty to do. But we got the rocker out, the rocker panel out. I'm gonna get that all fit and get it in there. Just the stuff you deal with. I don't remember where we were on the top. I think I showed you guys that I got it all touched up. But I don't have it painted. It's not time yet. And then around front, before I call it a day, we were working on this dash last time. I'd like to give you a little update. I'm gonna bore you with it because we covered everything. But I put it in primer, sanded down those. You guys remember I did a little body work here and yonder, here. And it's all primed up and it looks really good. I think there's a couple little rust divots, so I might give it a soft sand and reprime it. I don't know. It's a dash. Get some paint on it next time, maybe. Later. So I think what my plan is now, getting the welder out, and I'm going to do some work on it. Remember the bottoms of these air box things? They need welded, cut metal to fix. Maybe I won't. I'm thinking out loud as I'm talking. I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, I won't lie to you. I don't know. I don't really want to get to welding on those because when I start cutting these panels, I'll have brand new steel. It'll be handy to use. I could use all old doors and stuff I got out in the yard, which would be all right. But I definitely have to get some patching doing on this inside and that inside. They're rusted out. Nobody's gonna see them, but I'm gonna weld them up and get them all primed before I put that rocker on. and the rocker all needs work and primed, which isn't going to be fun for you guys to watch because you're going to buy a newer one that ain't going to be out in the barn rusted for 10 years. It won't take that long. I'll probably 20 minutes on that, and I'll have it ready to prime up. I'll get these fixed this week, and I ain't gonna fib to you. I'm gonna fit it, make sure it fits good before I put it back on camera, and then we'll put it in together, and I'll show you how I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna screw it in to check fitment. I don't like doing that unless I can come up with something else. I might spot weld it. No, I'll figure out something else, but we're gonna get it temporarily in there so we can close the door, make sure our door gaps are all right, and this pillar didn't move on us. And then I got to get those cab supports out of the way, get it over on the lift, then we'll be ready to cut out the insides, and that will be kind of fun. Well, I should tell you before you go, there's a procedure that's important. If you put these rockers on, in order to keep your pillars the right distance, and you try to cut out the inners, it's going to fight you that way too, because you're not going to be able to access everything. So it's a way. What I'm getting at is I was talking about doing the screws. Put the outside rocker on. I'll probably use screws. I'll have to buy some flat head or real tight head screws so you can close the door. Then you can remove it. You'll have your screw holes that are for alignment. Get it out of your way. Cut the inner. Then when you get the inner done, you can put the outer on with the screw holes to get your alignment. I know that sounds confusing. We'll do it together when I do it, but that's the plan coming up. I didn't know I was going to run into these extra new issues. I should. That's how it works. So I apologize for that, but we're going to continue on these rockers next week. You were here. You seen how I took them out for the most part. I'll get that cleaned up and worked out. We're going to get it in next week. Bear with me. That's going to be a lot of fun. The inside one, I think, is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But the outside one, we got to get it in there. So that's what's coming. If I could get up, I squatted down too long. Thanks for coming. We're going to see you next week. I'm going to do a video every week. Sometimes they're this shenanigans. But thanks for watching. And I appreciate all the new subscribers. You guys are fantastic. Appreciate you watching, but the subscriptions really mean a lot. So thanks again. See you.